as real as it gets. So I'm directly across the river from where I live. I'm just gonna grab this thing. I'm at a place called Wilson Park in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And boy, look at that big, beautiful willow tree behind me. And there's a dog park right here where people can just run their dogs. It's really a great place. But my apartment building is the big, tall one over there across the river, and I'm on the 5th floor. So looking out of my window, I see this exact spot from my couch, and they light the fireworks off from here on the 4th of July, so I can just sit on my couch, don't have to worry about the mosquitoes or the traffic and the people. I can sit at the comfort of my couch and watch the fireworks. Anyway, as real as it gets, Simon says. I hope you're all enjoying your days. I know that's not really a Simon says do this or do that kind of thing, but the idea here is to take a perceived lemon and turn it into lemonade. Or the little princess who gets delivered a big pile of horse poop and hay, and she's all excited because with all that horse poop, she believes that there's got to be a pony in there somewhere. So, I could sit around and feel sorry for myself because I've worked hard, and I gained things and I lost things in bankruptcy, and I don't have access to my children. There's lots of things I could really get down about. However, myself, I've been able to look at what I have within me, that I'm able to distract my mind from the things that I have no power and no control over. And for me in life, and in the steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, I just remove alcohol because the steps apply to my life. So step 1, I'm powerless over people, places, things, and situations. And my life is unmanageable when I'm obsessing about that person, place, thing, or situation that I can't change or control. And I don't really want to change or control anybody anyway. I just want to learn to enjoy my life to the best of my abilities. So I've always loved music. My whole life I've loved music. And when I got a guitar when I was 15, why didn't I just sit in my bedroom and play the guitar? Well, after the deep dive, the shadow work, I realized that as a child I didn't feel safe at home. So the moment I was able to leave the house, I left the house, and I stayed away from the house as long as I could. And I had an electric guitar. You can't just carry around an electric guitar and an amplifier with you everywhere you go, and you're 15 years old on your skateboard. So, and then I had a car, but none of my friends were interested in playing music. We were all listening to music and getting high and getting wasted and tripping on acid, and we were having a good time, but we were wasting our lives. And really, I was on a path of self-destruction because I didn't believe I was worthy of life, period. So I've shared videos of some of my songs so far, and I know I said I'm going to go back to the beginning with As Real as It Gets and share my life story from the beginning. But in between, I'm kind of preparing myself. It's been a hard journey for me. And of course, the journey never ends. The moment we think we're done, if we just stop, well, then what's left is to just wait to die. I'm not here waiting to die. I'm here to live, and we're all here to live. So once I had this awakening and I came to believe in a power greater than myself, which today I can say Jesus is the reason I'm alive, and Jesus has chosen to guide me and chosen to create through me, divinely create through me. I don't know what I play, but I have composed these, what I feel like are masterpieces. When I play them, I feel the emotions of what I was going through and the resolve of it, that I made it through the fire, and I'm a new person. I have a new attitude, a new outlook on life. And it's not because I, in and of myself, am great and amazing. Like, God saw an opportunity to use me, what I've been through, to give me knowledge and wisdom of, that I can share with others. Hopefully, if you're conflicted with something and you find these videos, I share something that's inspiring and it helps you in some way. But finding a passion was something that saved my life. And it could be something in the arts, it could be something in academics, it could just be research, it could be mathematics. I don't care what it is, whatever you're passionate about. If you're stuck and obsessed about something you can't change, if you can find a way to just get started in doing something you're passionate about, like I did for myself, before I knew it, I felt safe in my own environment by myself with my guitar, and hours that had gone by, and these little bits and pieces started to turn into fully composed musical pieces that I when I was done, I just went, how did I do that? And I'm like, wow, God, because I don't have any musical training. I don't know anything about theory. I don't know what notes I'm playing. I know what each string is. I know how to tune to drop D, and then C and F, I don't know those yet, but I'm going to learn. And I'm a slow learn when it comes to actually even kind of, I have to study and look at a book or watch a video and then try to do what they do, and it's slow and clumsy. And right now, now I can actually play, but it was slow and clumsy in the beginning, and it's hard. My fingers are hard, and but they still hurt after playing for 4 or 5 hours in a day, because I'll do that every day. Just play for 4 to 5 hours, go for my 8-mile walk, and right through here, I walk through this park every day on my 8-mile walk. So I do things to distract myself that are healthy, but they don't have the same kind of a result that putting a chemical into our body would have, or going to a casino, or going shopping, or whatever it is a person does that's out of balance and maybe causing some strife in their life. So to distract myself in a healthy way. Anyway, once I had these epiphanies and I came to believe in God, God rearranged me in a way inside that I was able to face life on life's terms. Not perfectly. I've made mistakes. I still have amends to make to some people. When they're ready to when I reach out, I kind of get the nope, not right now. Okay, fine. Then next time I reach out, hopefully they're ready, and I hopefully can make those amends. But in the meantime, the best thing I can do, the only way I can make an amends to somebody that won't allow me to, is I can still make an amends by living my best life and being of maximum, service to God and to the people I come in contact with. That is my purpose today, as well as being a channel for God to create through me, because I believe that my music is meant to help heal people. So no longer, I have my weapons of mass destruction, which are my electric guitars, and I have my weapons of mass healing, which is the acoustic guitar. However, this duality is necessary. I have to destroy the negative narrative and the false narrative within self and that ego that blocks me from being able to receive what God has to offer. And the more I realize this, the happier I become each day, and the more I'm able to stay in the moment and not obsessed, even when I'm not able to have my guitar in hand, when I'm just, out and about and not obsessing about something. But so, I had this awakening. There was the first song is now, everything's kind of expanding and changing with Soul Salvation, but it can't go any further. It just can't. I have to get in the studio. I have to get this recorded. And I really would like to collaborate with some other musicians, some rhythm section, to really bring this thing into completion. But for now, A Star Is Born, Dark Night of the Soul, Awakening. Those are the first 3 songs. And now this song here is my vulnerable soul, because once all that stuff happened and I had awakened, the only way to really keep on, this is a journey that must continue for a life till the physical body ends. And then I don't really know what happens when we pass on, but I believe that our consciousness goes somewhere, and the experience that, you know, we went through here is going to help us on that next journey. And today I'm not afraid of that, but today I'm not trying to get there right now by polluting myself to the point of hopefully dying. And I'm grateful for that, because now I can actually live. So, but in order to really truly live, I have to trust God. I have to wake up in a day and I have to say, God, I love you and thank you. You know, if nobody's told you today, I love you, first and foremost, because I don't think a lot of people in this world really say, hey, God, I love you. Because I say it to my friends, I say it to my family, but I never really until recently started to say, I love you, God, and thank you for today. And please help me stay out of the way of receiving your blessings, you know. And it just might be seeing an eagle grabbing its prey out of the water and flying away, which I've seen right out of my window. I'm like, wow, you know, and that's a blessing. Not everybody gets to see that every day, or ever for that matter. There was a time when I was a child, I remember the eagles were on the endangered species list, and out my window every single day, if I don't see an eagle, it's a weird day. So anyway, I got a boat coming in, and this is cool. You get all the background stuff. There's this woman reader, her name is Shea Pila, I believe. She lives in Hawaii, and she does her readings outdoors. Now there's a spider. Stay out of my shoe, please. I like spiders, but not on me or in my clothing or anything. But this woman, Shea Pila, is cool. She's got little piglets running. I think they're wild pigs too, just running through her yard. And she's got her cats jumping all over the place, and she's got a big, beautiful willow tree, but she's in Hawaii, right? So, but her readings are very inspiring, and she's very positive, and clearly she's been through hell. So, you know, when she shares her stuff, it really resonates deeply with me, because it's my experience in life. Hi there. So anyway, I am going to play for you now my vulnerable soul, because once I had the dark night of the soul and the awakening, I have to trust God with when I ask, please guide me, then I have to be open for the guidance. And doing that, trusting that guidance isn't going to lead me into a trap, is hard to do, because geez, I've been trapped by people that said they loved me. So anyway, my vulnerable soul. Well, there you have it. My vulnerable soul. Thank you, Lord, so much for choosing to do that through me, because again, I'm not a trained musician, and how could I create such a beautiful song not knowing anything about theory and notes and chords? And wow, I don't really use any chords in that song, but I do use chords in many of my songs. Chords that I don't know the names to, but I know they're chords because I see other musicians playing them. Anyway, that's it. My vulnerable soul. Peace, love, and light. Hang loose. Simon says, be as real as it gets.